Hello everyone and welcome to this new unboxing video. As you know, we're getting close to the winter season, so I decided, together with you, to test and discover some unusual candles since it fits the theme. They all come from independent creators you can find on Etsy, so they're handmade and honestly, there are some real gems. I hope you'll enjoy it and I suggest we get started right away. So we're going to start with these beautiful packages that come straight from the Netherlands. I ordered them several weeks ago, so it took some time for them to arrive. I don't really remember exactly what's inside. It's going to be a surprise for me too. So let's start with the smallest one. It's like Christmas coming early. It's well protected, it's well packed. Here we have something that looks like cereal. It smells really good. Apparently there are quite a few small items. Here we have some little red fruits, some little gummy bears, a gingerbread man, and I guess the rest is in the other package. And so here we have our bowl of cereal, which is actually a candle. And so the idea is pretty simple. Here we have what is supposed to be milk, and we can fill our bowl with the little accessories. So everything is scented, it smells really good. I'm gonna add the red berries, the little gummy bears, my little orange slices, and there you go, I have my candle full of treats. Well, actually, I think we don't have to put everything in at once. I could have measured it out and reused it later. It's true that it's a bit much. Now, I suggest we light it. So, we have a wooden wick in the center, right here. Visually, it's pretty nice. Well, it works, and personally, I like it a lot. But there's still a small point I'd like to draw your attention to. Normally, this type of candle isn't supposed to be allowed in France. Quite simply because there are lots of little elements that look like food and children could just eat them, thinking they're real. So if you have children around, obviously I don't recommend buying this product. Let's move on. So, this new candle comes straight from Vendée. It's made in France. Let's see what's inside. So, what does it look like? Well, it's nicely wrapped. We have some nice Christmas wrapping paper and a little handle. So, in my opinion, it's going to be a mug. Let's open it together. Wow. Okay, well, as you can see, it's a candle in the shape of a hot drink with a cookie choco scent. We have the base of the drink here with whipped cream and decorations on top. Well, unfortunately, this one didn't arrive in great condition. Some parts came slightly loose, and as a result, it doesn't look very neat, especially around the edges of the mug. But fortunately, what makes up for it is the scent, which is just amazing. It really feels like you're there. I'm really in the Christmas spirit. It smells really good. I don't know how they managed to recreate this hot chocolate cookie scent, but it's definitely there. Let's light it up. So here we have a regular wick, and it's already starting to melt. In terms of concept and scent, it's a definite yes. But in terms of execution, I think there are a few things that need to be improved, especially to make sure everything stays well put together and to avoid ending up with something that looks bad at the end like it does here. You might say it's realistic, but personally, it's not really something I'd want to put on display on my table. It looks a bit messy. Now we have this tiny little box. I'm curious to see what's inside. What is it? It's a cheese-shaped candle. The question I was wondering is, does it smell like cheese? And the answer is no, it doesn't stink. It actually smells really good. So you can have it without any risk. Honestly, it's a pretty cute design. I had never seen anything like this before. So there's a little tag to make it clear that it's a candle. Again, it's a product that looks like food, so they're not taking any chances on their end. And I suggest we light it to see how it looks. This, for once, is really original. If you're having a raclette night, it could be nice to have this on the table. Visually, it really looks good. And I think that since the wick is right in the center, there won't be any problem with melting, as long as you don't put it directly on a tablecloth, of course. Honestly, I think it works really well. For me, this gets my approval. So here's the next candle. It's wrapped in a little tissue paper and I can see through it. I can tell you this one is really original. I'm unwrapping it. It's a taper candle, so I'll try not to damage it. And here's what it looks like. It's actually an advent calendar in the form of a candle. The idea is to light it every day and let it burn down a bit each time until you reach December 24th. Personally, I think it's very pretty. There are lots of little illustrations on it and it was just a clever idea. Well, I don't have a holder, but we're still going to try to light it. There you go, no problem. Yeah, for me too, this gets my approval. However, you absolutely have to use it with a holder. Like this, it's a bit risky. Let's move on to the next package, which comes straight from Pas de Calais. So if you're watching this, Leonie and Albertine, greetings to you. It says fragile, so we'll be careful. So what do we have inside? Wow, it's heavy. What is this? She clearly says that these are handmade candles. And personally, I'm a fan of the logo, which looks a bit magical. Not to mention the wrapping paper with an old newspaper printed on top. It immediately sets the mood, the atmosphere. From a marketing perspective, it's great. Let's open this and find out what's inside this package. So it's a gingerbread house, but it's not actually gingerbread since it's a candle. It's really cute. Honestly, as a Christmas decoration, this is awesome. And you can feel that it's solid. The texture is really interesting. It really looks like gingerbread. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but when you touch this, it's just amazing. It really feels like a cookie. I'm going to try lighting it with you. We have a nice cotton wick. However, it looks a bit long to me. Let's see how it goes. Okay, well, it seems to work anyway. I think it's going to burn down quickly. That was also the case when I made my own candles at home. I don't know what you think, but personally, I really like this one. I feel like it smells like cinnamon, but it's very subtle. And honestly, that's exactly what I needed. This one gets my approval. So, we have another one here from Green by Gwen. I don't think she's French since everything was written in English. So, let's open the little package together. And as expected, the candle is green. So that makes sense. There's her Instagram on the label, so I'll check where she's from. Actually, she might be French, but maybe not, since it's apparently made between Geneva and Entremont. And so apparently her specialty is Poetic handmade candles. And I have to say, in this case, it actually looks pretty well done. Here we have a ball with intertwined ropes that look really ultra realistic. In any case, the texture is quite striking. I don't know if you'll see it on camera, but honestly, at this level, it's very well done. I think some people will like it and others will hate it, but one thing is certain, there's a lot of work put into it. Honestly, I think I made a mistake with the color because the green here doesn't look very realistic, but on his Instagram you can see the original version, which honestly is much more convincing. The next to last package is from the United States. Let's open it together. There's a pretty strong smell. What is this? As you might have guessed, it's a pizza-scented candle. Even Italians wouldn't have dared. Alright, here we go. Oh, the color is strange. It looks like frozen tomato sauce, but at least it really does remind you of pizza. So what about the smell? Oh, that's weird. It doesn't really smell like pizza. It's a mix of a lot of different scents, but it doesn't remind me of Italian cuisine at all. I don't know, it seems like they thought, let's put a tomato scent, a cheese scent, a scent of, I don't know what to make a combination that smells like pizza, but in the end, it just doesn't work at all. No, it's not possible. I don't even know if I want to light it and fill my studio with this smell. It's a really, really bad idea. Definitely don't buy this. It's not approved. Honestly, it's a disaster, but I'm still going to try lighting it. Maybe we'll get a different smell, but honestly, I don't really think so. Here we go. Well, even like this, honestly, I'm not convinced. Honestly, don't buy it. Just get a real pizza instead. Now let's move on to the last package, which comes straight from Germany. It's pretty big, so I think the candle will be as well. Alright, great. What is this? It looks like a hand, I think? Oh no, not at all. It's definitely something related to the human body since it's a wax sculpture with two face fragments. I'm afraid I'll break it. It looks so fragile, but at the same time, it's so beautiful. Well, in this case, it really looks very artistic. It seems like the faces were sculpted by hand. However, I already see a problem. Not only does it not look very stable, but on top of that, there's only a wick on one side. Here, there's clearly a spot for it, but it's gone. There's no particular smell. And in this case, I think it's really just purely decorative. You don't necessarily have to light it, because otherwise it would kind of ruin the whole thing. We're going to do it though, because that's kind of the concept of the video. But if it were just me, I would keep it as it is and display it on a piece of furniture without any problem. So, let's go. Honestly, in my opinion, it's not going to work very well because the back is completely flat, so the wax is going to drip off. Very clearly, it doesn't seem to be designed to be lit, even if it does evoke the flame between two people who love each other. Anyway, as you can see, if I have to approve this model, it's only for its decorative and visual aspect. In any case, I hope you made some nice discoveries with me. During this video, feel free to tell me in the comments which candle you liked best. And I also invite you to check out this crash test of a smart string light that I did last year. Well, as for me, I'll see you very soon for new adventures. Goodbye.